man. Look at this thing. Does it start? We gotta push it.
We gotta push it.
Hey, that hoopty life.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know all about it. Don't feel bad. All right, you break down. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Watch your door. That'd be a horrible day if that door just goes backwards on you. There we are. So Jordan, why are we pushing your car?
Battery's dead.
Battery died, and then the alternator died, which caused the battery to die. And then you got a fresh battery and found out the alternator was bad. So today we'll put a new alternater in it. Get it fixed up. I can pull up a little bit because my battery's on this side, and yours should be on this side, so we should be good. I have the cables back here. Good old R32, save the day. Why is this locked? What's happening? So thankfully on these cars, there's literally nothing in the way of the alternator. Just the tensioner portion, belt off. I think it's a 13 and 13. Pop it off and new one on. So it shouldn't, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but it shouldn't take too long to get it off there. Fire this hoopty up. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Oh, she's good. So quick drive to my house. Hopefully it doesn't die on the way there, which you should have a little bit of time. I'll follow you. If it dies, we'll just jump it again and continue on. So from Jordan's house to mine, it's only like a 2-minute drive, so it should have enough charge in the battery itself to make it there. I could have brought tools to his house, but you know, just how Volkswagens are, I'd rather have all of my tools at my house in case whatever goes wrong, because something usually goes wrong. So trying to plan ahead. Look at this guy though. It's on fire. It looks sick. Yeah, quick cruise home. It's also like rush hour right now, so a little bit of traffic, but hopefully we can make it, because I don't really want to try and stop anywhere in all this mess to try and jump his car. All right, well, that was easy enough. Not bad, right? I was kind of worried, like, man, this car dies, like it's a lot of traffic, we're gonna be in a world of trouble, but we're good. She made it here. We got Wagon next to Wagon. The whole Wagon squad going on here. Can I just borrow your wheels for a second? And your adapters. I'll just toss them right onto this one. Those look good on here, would they? Ooh, they would. Yep. All right, so alternator time. So this one, different from that one, and also different from the 2E and the GTI, where they have the tensioner bar that goes across the top. Should be very, very easy and straightforward. You said you checked this one? It's the right one?
Yeah, same connector and
very good.
look and all that.
Very good.
Yeah, new belt too.
New belt, fancy.
Willy-nillys.
Going all out.
Yeah. I was getting like volts this time. My radio has like a voltmeter.
Really?
And it's showing 13, but that's the first time since.
Oh. So you think it might not be bad?
I don't know. I'm gonna replace it just because.
Well, got a new battery already, so new alternator. If it still dies after that, there's something else. At that point, we just put a VR6 in it.
Yeah, exactly.
We just yank it out and call it a day. All right, well, let the fun begin. So, we've got the old one out, but like I said, there's always something. This is the one that came out of the car, and this setup, how it has like this in the front, is very similar to how my ABA was, but I didn't have like this little like spring tensioner thing. Like mine had the little bar across top. You put like a big wrench on and just pull the tension off, pull your belt off, you're good to go. This one just has like this spring that you kind of just like turn and just pop it out. But when you can see on the old alternator, it has a little cup right here. That's where that spring sits inside. Actually, I'll show you. This, you can see like the top of it, that sits right like that and kind of tensions the whole entire thing. But our new one here, which is for this car, but just not this way. Maybe the AC model doesn't have that. Or the one that has a tensioner, like the bar across top. You can see this one, cup, no cup. And also,
the distance between the two.
Yeah, this one's much shorter. This is, let's just say 5 inches. This is like 6.5. So this isn't gonna work.
I found the one on auto dock.
I found the right one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the little
opening.
Yeah, the slide.
And everything. Yeah.
This one has the slide on the side and then the spot for the tensioner spring, and this one just does not have that. Yeah. Well, sweet. There's always that. Always something.
Yeah.
Always something. I know. I've never seen one like this before until now.
Right?
All the ones are normally like this with the 2 pieces that slide in, and then you're good to go. But here we are. Here we are. So looking at this wagon, you can see this is the tensioner bar I'm talking about. You can see it's over here. You should put like an adjustable wrench on the side and just pull it back, belt off, and new one on, which has this one and then the same on the bottom. This is just the style I haven't quite seen yet. Even, because this is like basically a 2E engine, but even that GTI over there has the one with the tensioner bar across the top and not this tensioner spring. This is weird. Yeah, but at least now we know. Please don't order another one. We'll return this one, get the right one that has this little cup seat thing in it, and then we can swap it out. Also, I realized we were trying to pull off his serpentine, but put the new one on, and down here on these cars, this is still the same thing as ABA. This bolt right here, you loosen the top and you move this big one, and there's teeth, and it's like pushes the power steering up, taking tension off of this one. But I had to pull the entire thing out. One, the power steering pump's like stuck to this, so it can't move right now. But all the teeth on this one, on the bolt itself, are gone. So if I want to adjust it, I can't. So for now, we'll just leave that, leave the belt, because the belt's still in good shape. So that can just stay until we have a new bolt to actually be able to reset the power steering pump. But yeah, that's how this is going. It's dark, it's a little bit cold, and we have no alternator. Pretty much, this is what I prepared for.
How they go?
There's always something. It's always something. At least you made it here though. We could have been stuck on the side of the road trying to jump this thing. That would have sucked. So funny. I literally texted you, I said, yo, this would be a 20-minute job.
Yeah.
Easy, simple, we'll knock it out the house, and I mean, we got it off no problem. If we would have had the right one, it would have been a 20-minute job, but now it'll be when's the new one coming in?
Probably like, it takes like 2 days for it to get to me,
So now the 20-minute job will now be a 2-3 day job. Well,
you said cars were easy, right?
At least this one's kind of charging again.
Yeah, that's at least some peace of mind.
I can get a hammer and hit it a few times, wake it up. So now, old one back in, and we'll wait till the new one comes back. All right, well, there she goes. So old alternator back on, and the car's charging and running no problem, but after with the new battery last time, the car had died on him again, and when he checked it, it was like dropping in voltage. So maybe it was a bad connection or just something weird, but he ordered the new one, so hopefully in a few days get that one, swap it in, and then no more issues. All right, and other news, where's my light switch? Today I went to the store and I found some paint. This right here, it's kind of hard to tell on camera. A little bit of metallic flake inside of there, which hopefully should match the gloss black on these. So tomorrow we can go ahead and paint match center caps and get the RCs finally on the wagon. We've got ourselves some beautiful weather this morning. It's a nice crisp 31 degrees. Love it. Love it. So our goal for today is to get our fancy BBS RC caps all painted up. We've got our primer down there, 2K clear, and I showed you guys already the color yesterday, which hopefully this matches. It's like the same metallic black. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but hopefully it matches the rest of the wheels. And then just some like Scotch-Brite pads. I have to go through and get new BBS caps for the center. I'm thinking red to match the calipers, but we'll see. So at this point, we have our center caps completely broken down. Everything's been sanded. All we need to do now is go through, wipe these clean, and we're ready to paint. Yo, these center caps came out so good. Look at this. I'll put a light on there. Woo! Look at that flake. The 2K clear, making it all glossy. They came out sick. Hopefully this black matches the black already on the wheels. But this looked better than the gray they were, so these came out sick. Still need center caps for them, or the center logo for it, but at least they'll match mostly. Hopefully it's a direct match. It looks pretty close. We'll have to see them side by side, but either way, I'm happy. These things came out sick. It is far too cold outside. Anyways, these center caps will dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll toss these with the RCs onto the car. And actually, since we're here, looking at that color and looking at that color, kind of dirty, but looks pretty. This might have more flake, but it's what it is. Anyways, we've got a box. So this here, my friends, should be the final piece for the VR6 wagon. This should be the correct rear main seal. Hopefully I ordered the correct one. Also, someone told me they have this this same knife. This is a Mac Tools knife. I got this when I've had this probably since 2006, 7, maybe older than that. I've had this knife forever. I think I'm talking about this knife. It could have been this knife as well. I also have this knife. This is pretty cool. Little Gerber knife. So whether you talk about the Gerber knife or the Mac Tools, I've had this. I got this from Jeremy, but I've had this Mac Tools knife, like I said, probably since like 2000, maybe longer than that. No, probably about 2006, 2007. I've had this for like literally ever. So this should be the correct rear main seal. This is a big box and a lot of packing for, seems a little bit excessive, Autodoc, but as long as it's the right one, I don't care. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Yes. That's what we wanted. Rear main seal for the VR6. So, with this, we got the clutch, got the brakes. I think I have everything. I don't have my calipers powder coated yet, but that's besides the point. All the actual parts we need for this refresh, I think I have control arms, ball joints, water pump, timing kit, belt, brake lines, brake rotors, brake pads, clutch, rear main seal. I think we've got all of it, which means very, very soon I need to decide where I'm gonna take the car to, whether the hobby shop and have it there for a few days, or to Martin's shop, and we're gonna start pulling stuff apart and getting our refresh done. But last piece of the puzzle, boys. And just like that, we have all of our pieces for the VR6. Well, until I dive into the car, like I said, this is what I can think of off the top of my head to go through and replace. But as we dig further into the car, there might be more stuff, but we're pretty covered with most stuff right here. All right, we're back. Let's check our center caps and see what they're doing. I love having these heaters because they're like little heating trays basically, and you set small things on top. They kind of bake overnight. Woo, look at that. Let's get some light on there. Not bad. Not bad at all. So again, hopefully it matches the wheels, but these came out sick. Also, check this out over here. So I thought these center caps with the Volkswagen ones, I am still missing one, but you can see how like beat up that one is. It's just a film, and I pulled it off with the other one. Look at that. It's not perfect, but like that is way better. Looks way nicer than like how those ones look. So I might just rock these for the time being. I want to order some BBS ones, but then I was like, we can make some custom ones. So I got Photoshop yesterday, and Photoshop's kind of annoying to use, but I was going through something kind of like this for the center caps. I'm not sure the colorway yet, but I like the flag in the back, like the VR6 in the bottom. I also had, where'd it go? This, the VR6 cylinder head, but I want to make it smaller. But whether I have that or not, I don't know, we'll see. Just something I was kind of messing with because Danny can make center caps, so I want to kind of do a custom design for the RCs, but we'll see what happens.
It's all a thing with a girl who wants my money. She got both hands in my pockets, and I'm fine with that. Yeah. She be taking gold in my.
Ooh, it is finally time. The RCs are about to go on. Gotta unbear them real fast and we're ready to go. All right, boys, one final look at the Long Beaches on the Wagon. Definitely not bad wheels at all. One of my favorites, but going from 17s to now 18s, I think the black on black will look sick. One thing I have to do though, I found these spacers. These are my 15 mil ones, but I believe my 25 mil ones that I want to put in the back, because on Casey's car, these are 18 by 7.5 ET38, and I think with the 25 mil spacer, that's perfect fitment pretty much for the back of the car. But I think my 25 mils are on the back of the GTI, so probably pull that forward, steal the back off that car, and toss them on this one, and then do the 15s in the front or the 20s in the front. We'll have to see. It's just open. Okay. That's enough of that. So yeah, back here are my 25 mil spacers. We'll steal those and we're gonna go. I might have to move still because not a lot of room over there, but we'll make it work. There we are. That's what we needed. 25 mil for the rear. I'll probably just do the 15s in the front and we should be sitting real nice in the RCs. Up she goes for the first time. Let's get a look up at here and see what we got. We already know brake rotors are super crusty, but those are coming off, not a big deal. Copper's coming off, not a big deal. Got a new sway bar, new bushings, control arms already here, so all the crust stuff I'm seeing is all coming out anyways. Sway bar as well, so none of that matters. New brake line, suspension, so all the crusty bits minus the knuckle, which maybe I'll pull out, sand down, or repaint. But boots look good on the axles. That's good. Not bad. Not bad. And I said, all the crusty stuff we see right now, because I can tell right now that bushing back there is definitely bad. That's why I ordered ahead of time, because I already knew. The only thing I didn't get was an outer tie rod, but the boot in the back looks good. I'll have to see how the car drives. It feels pretty good right now, but maybe swap that out later on as well. But for the most part, not looking too bad down here. And honestly, the pads on here still have a lot of meat on them, and there's no like lip. I mean, they're crusty as ever, but there's no actual lip here, so I don't think the car actually ran that much with these. Probably just sat for a long time, which is why all this like corrosion stuff started happening. And then the axle looks pretty new as well. It actually looks like new. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty new. So good stuff. Good stuff. This was on. Let's see what we get. This is 18 by 7.5. Was plus 38, but then 15 mil spacers. So final offset 18 by 7.5 plus 23. Looks like she's sitting pretty nice. We'll have to see once it's actually like lowered down. It might be a bit much because this is a big tire. I'll have to see. It's okay though. That's a little bit. I'll do both sides, move the car around and see how it actually like settles down a little bit. And once the car is lowered, it'll actually camber in a little bit. But it's it's not, I don't know, we'll see. It's just because it has those big tires on it. Well, they're not big, but they look kind of beefy because they're the winter tires, but I think they'll be okay. Yeah, we'll see. But they look sick though. They definitely look sick. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing another black on black car, but the RCs kind of worked out and they look good on the car. Long Beach are sick too, but I like the RCs, especially once we have the big brakes back here and the nice powder coated caliper. Whew, it's gonna be looking money. So it's still in the air. I'm doing the other side right now, but rear fitment looking pretty on point. Also, this car has all these very old, crusty lug nuts in it, and I've got a bunch of spare sets, so swapped them out. Got the nice new ones in there. No more crustiness. Got some over here. I always try to have spares and everything, so brand new ones ready to go. I'm also not using the wheel locks anymore because in the fronts I have the extended stud, and then the rears we're putting the new ones in. So as good as it is to have this, but we're taking them off. All right, we have the RCs on the car completed, and I gotta say I really like this look. I like the RCs even more than I thought I would. Just the black on black in the Wagon looks sick. And once we have it lowered down a little bit, the rest of the body kit on, Gonna look good. Now I want to show you in the front. This side I didn't put the spacer on, so this is just a normal 18 by 7.5 plus 38. You can see where the fitment kind of sits, and on this side this is the plus 23 with the 15 mil, and you can see it just pokes a bit. It's a bit too beefy, so I'm gonna take this spacer off. These are 15s right now, so maybe either go to like a 5 or a 10, so it's a little bit more than stock, but just with this tire, it's just a bit too beefy, and the front actually is further out than the rear, and I don't like the look at all. So for now, we'll do no spacer, which I mean, this is good. I mean, this is pretty close. It just needs a little tiny bit more. So like I said, maybe a 5 or a 10 in the front, and that's good. Pull that 15 off, toss the center caps on, and whew, she's looking good. Like I said, wait till we have a nice big brakes under there, the painted calipers. I'm loving the Wagon, dude. I am loving the Wagon so far. Hadn't even driven the Wagon, and I'm loving the Wagon. So the center caps are on, and they look sick. Now, not much light left, and also like this crazy fog rolled in. I'll show you guys in the morning, but little sneak peek there. The caps look sick, and honestly, the color looks like we got it pretty close, to be honest with you guys. So can't complain about that.
Taking gold in my pocket. She be taking gold in my pocket. She be calling me girlfriend, say she got a lover who acts like a daddy. I just fucked her from ready. She be bitching the molly. I be calling the girlfriend, saying oh my God knows it's all a fake. It's all a thing. But a girl who wants my money.
All right, final thoughts quickly because it's very, very cold out here. RCs look sick on the car. The center caps come out great. Almost a perfect match, which is awesome. Obviously more low, front lip sizers, that kind of stuff, but just the wheels themselves, I think they look killer on the car. I love the black and black. She's looking dope. Needs center cap still for that one, but Volkswagen is not terrible, but I do want to do the BBS custom ones, but later on. But not a bad start to the Wagon. But with that, end the video here. It's cold. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. See you guys next time. Peace.